What is going on YouTube? It's Sankey and I make videos on the stock market. Now I'm a big believer in making constant improvements in everything that it is you do in life. With that being said, I'm looking to upgrade the YouTube channel, take it to the next level and drive more value for you guys each and every video by addressing two of the main questions that I get down below in my comment section. The first is I get a lot of questions about my opinion on different tickers. So what I'm going to aim to do is deliver you guys 2 videos a day. And in one of those videos, we're going to have a session called Community Play, where I go over my 2 cents on the most popular ticker that you guys leave down in my comment section. The second question I get from you guys often is, how do I spot those plays that are going to explode, right? Now I'm going to have a session called Spotting a Runner, where we're going to go through some tools, some insights, and what I look for in certain plays, right, to see if they have the potential to skyrocket. And with that, you guys will have additional tools, be more informed to support your diligence and supercharge your portfolios. Now, before I get cracking, I just want to read out one comment from one of my subscribers. Lisa says, CRWD, what a pick. Jeffrey's analysts adjust the price to $275. Go Sankey. Alright guys, so up on screen we have CrowdStrike. Now this is the play that Lisa is talking about that I introduced you guys to about a month ago, right? And these are the kind of plays, guys, that you build that long-term sustainable wealth in the stock market. Currently standing at $232. We got into this play around $175. We've made around 30% on our money on this play, and the Jeffries upside gives us another 20% to run, guys. So this is why you can't sleep on those growth plays that I give you guys, because they'll be building you wealth in the stock market month after month. Bear in mind, we only got into CrowdStrike 1 month ago and it's delivered us fantastic returns. Up on screen we have DSG Global. Now this is the play that I bought an extra 500 shares in, right? Currently standing at $1. I've always said, if you can catch DSG Global under $1, do consider loading up, because they've got phenomenal upside potential. Now if you don't know DSG Global, they have their 2 subsidiaries. Their first subsidiary, called Emporium Motors, distributes electric vehicles. They don't manufacture them. They import them in from their 3 suppliers, and this gives them access to a whole collection of vehicles, from buses to vans to coaches to passenger vehicles, the full lot. They got the full suite ready for them, right? And they have their second division called Vantage Tag Systems, which is their software that they go and install for operators who have a fleet of vehicles to help track those vehicles, and they're particularly focused on the golf courses. Now there has been some news with Vantage Tag Systems that I haven't shared with the channel yet. A couple of days ago they announced they have a pipeline for Q1 of $3.8 million. This gets them on track, right, to hit their end of year target, and they're working through that pipeline. They've installed their systems on 5 leading golf courses. So if you can catch DSG under $1, do consider loading up on this play. I do see a lot of upside for them as they continue to hit their milestones and continue their journey to hitting 60 million in revenue by the end of this year. Up next, we've got our session on catching a runner. Now I want to introduce you guys to the price to sales ratio. This is a valuation metric that I apply to all of my plays to enable me to spot which ones are cheap and which ones are expensive. Now if you don't know the price to sales ratio, what you have to do is you have to take a company's market capitalization and divide it by their revenue. Now it could be revenue for this year, or it could be revenue even for next year, right? And then you compare the play that you're looking at, their price to sales ratio, with other plays in the industry, right? Now if this number is way above the other plays in the industry, you might want to take a step back because they're looking pretty expensive. But if this play is below the average of the industry as a whole that they're operating in, okay, this is a sign that this could be an undervalued play, and you might want to grab yourself some stock, right? Because the likelihood is that if they're performing well and they continue to perform well, they're going to average up and be in line with the industry. What you must know is that every industry has different price to sales ratios. So you can't compare a company in the EV space, their price to sales ratio, with a company in the consumer retail space, right? Got to keep it in the same industry. So I'm going to give you guys 2 plays I introduced you to that were undervalued in the market given their price to sales ratio. The first is crowd commerce. You know we made 100-200% on crowd commerce. Now when we jumped in on that play, their price to sales ratio was under 1 times. This is well below the average for the industry, right? So there's a highly likelihood that that's going to be priced up very soon, and as you saw, that share price exploded up to 200% the very next day. Another one that I gave you was NIO, right? Their price to sales ratio was around 7 times. They don't grow as fast as some of the other electric vehicle companies, but this is well below the average, and the average in the electric vehicle space was around 20-25 times, right? So they're well below that. So again, I knew that all they have to do is just deliver some good results and that share price is going to come back up, and it did. All right, so we're on to the comment of the day part of the video. Now this comes from Archer. He says, gotta say big thanks for the tutorials and the advice on stop losses and buy limits. Using those, I managed to ride and take profit from ZOM, TRCH, AVTK, TRXC, CLWD and others whilst he was at work. Played safe on the percentages, cashed out periodically, resulted in a great day. Using those profits, he managed to get his first full share of Apple, got in at the dip, and also bought ITM, which is a play that I put you guys on a couple of days ago. And the rest he's distributed along the long-term plays. This is an amazing comment to receive. This is a brilliant strategy, guys. So what he's done is he's invested in a couple of fast-moving penny stock plays, right, that have exploded. Now, while he's been at work, going about his daily life, he's set those stop limits, right, that I've always talk about to you guys to help you protect your profits, limit your downsides, because you don't have to keep checking your phone or worrying about it, right? Once you set that stop limit, you know you're gonna cash out and you're gonna be in the money. Now he's also said that he was mindful about the gap between the limit and the stop, and I've shown you guys that before to ensure that your trade gets filled, right, and it doesn't just skip below and you miss out on the execution of your trade. And this is the punchline, right? This is what I really liked. He's invested those proceeds, right, from his penny plays into his long-term plays and bought his first full share of Apple. And Apple is one of my biggest holdings. I've held them for a while now, and I do think this is a power play in your portfolio, a real cornerstone. I call it a cornerstone of your portfolio, right? That's going to generate you wealth in months and years to come. Now we know that Apple are going down that Apple car route. So hopefully that should materialize in a good share price appreciation. My share price target for Apple is around 160, 170 in this year, which gives you a good upside on the current price, which I think is just below $130. So again, what an amazing strategy, right? So I want you guys to strongly consider taking on this strategy of taking profits out of your penny plays and investing them into your long-term plays, right, to help you build wealth in the stock market for years and years to come. Now, guys, you can check out the link down below to the Patreon, where I share a lot more growth plays over there. One of the ones that we recently entered was Grow Generation. That's ticker symbol GRWG, right? So check it out down below. A way for you guys to help supercharge your portfolios as we progress through 2021 and beyond. So that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for tuning in today. Do hit a like button, it really helps the channel out. Also, if you're new, do hit that subscribe button, become part of Stockflix. Now, as I always say to you guys, check into the channel each and every day. Stock market is rapidly moving. You never want to miss a beat. I'll catch you guys in the next one.